What's going on, guys? Rex Gaming TV here today, back with a brand new episode of the Mineplex Clans Tips and Tricks series. Today we're going to be going over building a one claim base. What do I mean by one claim base? All you do is basically claim once, and that's basically it. The last episode was cringy, so I'll try my best to not do that. The one claim base I'm going to be going over is going to be with a moat. A moat is really good. Once you knock a player in, they're basically dead if you have the right amount of traps to, kind of trap your enemy and so that they can't escape. Now, if you don't know, stone bricks are the best material to build a base. Why? Because they can last, when people are being TNT'd, they can last, the longest out of any other block. What you might want to start with is about 3 to 4 to maybe even 5 stacks of stone bricks to build this base, because you are going to need a lot of stone bricks. You want everything to be, with stone bricks, because you never know when something happens when people are able to raid you, TNT, anything like that. You always have to be ready for it because anything can happen. Now, the only way somebody can TNT you is if they get, as according to the sign, it says 30 plus, but it is 25 plus war points, and then people can actually start attacking you with TNT, but it's always good to be prepared ahead of time. For the moat, you might want it to be like 2 by 2, 2 blocks over to the base and stuff. So start building it the way that I am here, a little bit, kind of far apart. You don't want to build it too small that people could just jump over it, and you don't want to build it too big that your base is too small. So I think this is just about the right size, to be honest. And again, make sure you have a lot of stone bricks because you're going to need it for the moat in general, the base, a bunch of floors if you're going to build it. And remember, this is only one claim, so you're not going to have to do too much if you're building one claim. If you have like a big clan, obviously one claim is not really what you want to do. You want to build it a lot bigger, like either 4 to 6 to 8 or whatever, however, whatever the biggest size you could build it. I was on a super flat world for building this moat. Do not build your moat this big. Be sure to build it a little bit further down, maybe about 5 to 10 blocks or something like that. It doesn't need to be really big. I mean, if you're by a ravine, that'd be really cool, to be honest. You could have it go all the way down there and stuff. But just build it really build it big and fall down, because you don't want an assassin escaping out. But there are going to be ways that you could actually attempt from keeping an assassin to come to like escape and stuff. Once you're finished building your moat, build a little bridge across just for you and your clan members and stuff, and then just simply add yourself 2 iron doors, and then just start working on the base in from there. It does make the claim a little bit smaller, but that's okay, because remember, inside of clans and and also in factions, you claim from the top of the sky to the bottom. You don't have to make it super big and stuff, but it's always good to have a lot of space. You don't want to keep going down, but don't worry, this is gonna work if you actually build it just like this. As you can see, the moat to the side, it will this is a super flat world, so it can't really go that deep, but be sure to build it deep. One of the most important parts of the moat is to build that little room down there. All you have to do is walk through, jump down the moat and run inside the door. And if a person follows you down there, whether they kill you or not, they will die afterwards because you are right there camping, waiting to kill them. Something really awesome that you could actually do with a moat is this right here, which is building I forget what they're called, to be honest, but they're the chests that kind of sit outside of your base. It's where you throw gear in right away. I don't know how, I don't remember. I've never built this before inside of an actual clan, but I think I'm going to soon, because this is really helpful. Anytime you're fighting somebody that's close by or something, just throw gear inside of there so you don't have to go organize it, and then organize it later when you have the chance. So, when all the battling is over and stuff, it really helps, and they cannot be, destroyed, because again, they are inside of your claim. Just make sure to not build them outside. Make sure you build them inside, and it really does work. Another really important moat trip: get yourself cobblestone walls just like this and put them on the bottom of your moat, because eventually, once the cobblestone's placed, all you have to do is place water to make the player, go closer to the base so that they get killed underground. Now, this is a bad example because this is in a super flat world, and I'm building up the moat a little bit just to kind of show you should build the moat high, don't build it low, and that way the player who's stuck in there really can't escape. They're just kind of stuck down there, especially if they're like a knight or even like a brute or something. They're not going to be able to escape. They cannot use abilities in water. And actually a better important trick to actually building your moat, don't put it at the corner like that. I found a lot of ways to get out of bases like that. I think I found a better way. When a player is in a moat, they will try to see home and escape however they can. So build a little block in the wall like that. Mine a little bit in the wall right there by the chest, and it actually will make sure that you can't really see home that well. It is still possible to see home. I'm not really going to say how, even though, a lot of people will find out and stuff. It is difficult to see home in there and stuff, but that's why it's always good to stay by your base so you're always on defense. Don't forget about fence gates, because somebody underwater, in the moat, if they try to flash, if they're an assassin, the fence gates will actually stop them from flashing. It actually helps a lot. I believe in the single player world, it's like you can walk on them. I'm not really sure. I don't think you can do that in clans though. This is not in any specific order, but once your moat is about done, get yourself some ladders and get yourself blocks in the middle of your base and start to pile up so you can actually build multiple floors. Get trapdoors and kind of build them like this, because it will be really easy for you to go up the trapdoors just like so. And there's a lot of ways you could build a staircase if you want. And don't forget to build an archer tower, because you're going upstairs either to expand with chests or use an archer tower. I like to put my chest underground. I think that's safer just in case, because people can get in above ground, and it's probably safer underground. For a one claim base, this is probably a good enough archer tower. Just get yourself fence gates just to defend anybody outside. And, people will try to get close to the base, but they don't want to get too close, because then they could fall up and, end up in the moat. So that's probably the best place to put it. Again, it's probably safe to build each floor with trap doors. So place your ladders on another side. Don't let them keep going up, because you never know when somebody does get inside and there's no other doors to block them. Because remember, people can't open doors in your territory, but that's a good way to get to the roof, just in case if you're building anything else. Another tactic that I've seen before is doors like that. That is a little bit risky, but it is always good to have those types of doors and stuff, just in case if you want to get a full-on shot and not try to shoot through a fence gate. That'd be good for some high-level stuff, and I think that's I like that strategy, honestly. I don't remember where I saw it, but it actually is a pretty good strategy. Now for some inside traps. If you want to try to get a person to come inside your base, maybe not the moat or something like that, this is a really good chance to get somebody inside. If they're outside like that, and the doors are open, they go inside, you lock the doors behind them. I don't know what I was doing here, in all seriousness. You get inside, somebody locks the doors behind them, and you are stuck right there. Sure, try to rack up some kills, but somebody could just back up, bow spam, and do whatever they can to kill you. I did it totally incorrectly here, but whatever I did here, people have water at the front of their doors, so somebody goes inside, and there's actually a little bit of a little tiny room inside, and somebody could just run through the water, jump down there, and they could be inside of their base. Just a good way for people to get inside, and somebody can get stuck in the water if you're fighting them. It's a little bit difficult, but trust me, it could work. This is a good example. You have doors there, you have the water there, and you have two little archer spots there, just in case if somebody gets inside. Now, it's not much of a trap. It's just kind of, if somebody needs to run inside, they go to the right over there, and they could run down and escape, just so they don't die or anything. And it's just something helpful for somebody running from somebody, maybe if they're hacking, anything like that. I don't know what I was doing here. Or you could just have the old classic traps where somebody walks inside, goes on the, slab and stuff, and then, boom, they're dead. Thank you all for watching today's episode of Mineplex Clans Tips and Tricks. It was not that cringy, to be honest, in all seriousness. And I thought it was a pretty good episode. This is just kind of to tell you guys, a really good tactic to build a one claim base. That's why I only showed the moat version of this, because it's really just the best to just build it with a moat. Moats are really, really good, and there's a lot of different traps you could have with the moat and stuff. So that's why I showed the moat version. But thank you guys all for watching today's episode of the Mineplex Clans Tips and Tricks. Be sure to leave a like if you guys enjoyed, and I'm not gonna be like that person that says 10,000 likes for the next episode, but if you want to see another episode, it'll probably be maybe a little bit after reset. I mean, I have a lot of different ideas for this now that I started to open my mind and stuff with this. You guys all for watching today's Clans Tips and Tricks episode. Don't worry, Clans series is still here, just waiting for the reset, because the reset is soon, as I did here. And I hope you guys all enjoyed and maybe learned one or two things from this episode. Don't worry, I'll find some other stuff soon, how to, best way to raid a base, best way to get inside of a base and stuff, how to escape a base, something like that, without glitches, no glitches involved. But thank you guys all for watching. Be sure to leave a like and subscribe if you guys are new, and I will see you guys next time. Goodbye.